Good evening, War Band. It is your boy, Sir Yeetus, and welcome to episode 174 of Yeetus Thoughts. This won't be a long stream. I keep saying that, but this will legit not be a long stream. It'll be around an hour because I just want to get this out the way of this little phrase I hear a lot, and I've been hearing for years. Men do it too. Men do it too, but men do it too. See, here's the thing that a lot of women today can't comprehend, right? They just can't comprehend that just because you could doesn't mean you should. And what I mean by that is simple. Just because you could do the exact same thing, you can mirror the exact same thing that a man does, doesn't mean you can handle it. They prove time and time again that they cannot handle the lifestyle of being a man. It has been proven on multiple occasions. Okay? The fact that they avoid accountability like the plague, that should be enough evidence in itself that they should not be going around LARPing as men. But of course, we're living in a society where they're just so focused, they're just so obsessed of being men. It is just beyond weird to me. Why do you want to be a man so bad? Why? Explain to me. Why do you want to be a man? What is so oppressive in 2022 that you can't do what a man can do? So, what laws are out there that's saying that you can't do something because you're a woman? And where I'm going with this is simple. They can't handle the negative consequences of being a man. Just like what Bill Burr said in one of his comedy shows. They only want the good shit about being a guy. They don't want to deal with the negative consequences or the responsibilities that comes with being a man. They never did, they never will. They're obsessed with being a man so fucking bad because they look at the one percenters of Chad and Tyrone's up there that are just willy-nilly having a great time getting all the women. Yes, and there's such thing as pretty privilege for men. So I got all the women sipping for him. The men get all the opportunities that a regular average man would not get. These 1% of Chad and Tyrone's, successful Chad and Tyrone's, are having the time of their lives. And they believe that's how the average men live. You got to understand, gentlemen, women, they only focus their perspective of men on the top 10% of men. So what I mean by that is, and you guys already know, majority of men are always invisible to her, right? Whether she just ignores or she chooses to ignore. They only focus on the guys that are successful or good looking. That's it. Rest of these average men that are like garbage men, clean out sewers, plumbers, electricities, mowing the lawns, construction. They don't focus on men like that. In the West, they only focus on the best of men. So what I'm getting at is they believe that they can move the exact same way as Chad and Tyrone up there. But here's the kicker. Here's the reality of things. Here's the reality of things. Life doesn't work in your favor. Life doesn't revolve around you. Just because you want it to happen doesn't mean it's going to happen. Just because you want a happy ending doesn't mean you're going to have a happy ending. It's just not. So now we have all these women running around, short haircuts, wearing men's clothing, trying to put bass in their voice, running around thinking that they're hot shit. You're not. You're just a fucking chick wearing men's clothes. That's it. That is it. And I hate this fucking nonsense of, oh, but what about trans men? What about the trans men? Uh-oh, believe it or not, here's a kicker. Trans men. I repeat, trans men has more safety nets, has more privilege than actual men. Oh, who would have known? Because they're part of the alphabet community. So just because they're going around LARPing as men, as soon as they say, "Oh, I'm a trans man," that'll automatically put them up on a higher pedestal than actual men. And that's how it is in Western society. So I don't want to hear it. It's about, oh, but I'm a man now. Oh, but I'm doing the exact same thing as a man. No, you're not. No, you're not. You get treated with automatic privilege because in your past you were a woman, or you are a woman identifying as a man now. So no matter how hard you're trying to LARP or how hard you're trying to make yourself all macho, look at me, all equal. No, the fuck you're not. You're not. So don't even try to pull that bullshit with me or other men that actually have some sense. It's crazy, gentlemen. It's crazy. They only want the benefits. They only want the good shit about being a man. They do not want to deal with the consequences or responsibilities behind it. You can tell too. You can tell. Feminists, lesbians, trans trans men. They all want to act so hard. Oh, look at me. I'm the epitome of masculinity. But as soon as shit hits the fan, as soon as shit hits the fan, they're nowhere to be fucking found. All of a sudden, they know what a woman is again. Let me bring in an example. So, here's example number one of how just because men are doing it just doesn't mean you should be doing it as well. There is reasons why men are praised for getting a lot of women. There's reasons why men are getting praised for getting a lot of women. It's hard as fuck to get a lot of women in the first place. For majority of men, it is hard as hell to get plenty of women. So unless you Chad Tyrone, unless you have some type of status and respect, unless you're rich, you're gonna have to work a million times harder. You're gonna have to work so fucking hard to get plenty of women. Not just one woman, not just two women, plenty of women. Unless you won the genetic lottery, I don't want to hear it. Because they are going around like, oh, if men can go around and have sex all the time, why can't we? See, gentlemen, once again, they only look at the top 5-10% of men, Chad and Tyrone. That's it. They don't pay attention to a bunch of a majority, 80% of men that are getting little to no action. That's why anytime you hear anything out of their fucking mouth, they sound stupid because they clearly don't know what's actually going on because they clearly don't give a fuck about the 80% of men. They don't give a shit. But if Chris Evans or if Johnny Sins or if LeBron James or whoever it is can get all these bitches, why can't I sleep with all these men? Because for women, getting sex is as easy as breathing. I repeat, for women, getting sex is as easy as breathing. A woman can literally go outside, walk outside of their fucking porch or outside on their sidewalk, literally put up a sign and say, hey, free sex. It doesn't matter who it is. I guarantee you within a minute or less, there will be a man on the prowl for that free sex. Now, just imagine a man doing the same thing, going out to the sidewalk, bringing up the sign and saying, hey, free sex. Nowhere to be found, and you will automatically be labeled as a desperate little man. There's a reason why men already know. We know deep down that as a man, masculinity is competitive. You either thrive or perish. There's only a few of us out there that's actually going to be successful. Oh, there's only a few of us out there that's going to reach the top 10, 20%. And we know this. So when those very few group of men actually make it and become part of that Chad and Tyrone category, or being rich or whatever, of course the rest of us are going to be cheering them on. Of course, the rest of us are going to congratulate them because we know how fucking difficult it is for majority of us to even get that point, to get to that point in the first place. Like, what the fuck? So back to what I'm saying with the women LARPing as men, that's one of many reasons why just because you could, or because men are doing it, men are doing it. No, you won't get the same level of respect and you won't get the same level of dignity because we know how easy it is for women to have sex. We know how easy it is for women to have sex. So why you out here bitching and moaning about, oh, why can't go ahead and have as much sex as you want, but you're gonna be laid as easy because it's easy for women in the first place to get laid. That's why just because you could doesn't mean you should. Just because you complaining and bitching talking about men are doing it too, what can I? Okay, go ahead and do it. But I guarantee you won't get the same type of respect. Oh hell no. Here's another reason. Here's reason number two. So, and I'm going to be talking about this in one of my shorts tomorrow, actually. Women want to be men so bad. They want to enter the workforce. They want to enter to the careers and get all this money and go get all this, get a house, get a car, get a dog. Blah, blah, blah. Oh, this will clearly attract men. See, just because you could doesn't mean you should. Just because a man is attracting women with house and car and money in the bank doesn't mean men are going to feel the same way about that. I guarantee you, majority of women have never asked men what they want. I guarantee you, majority of women has not asked men directly, "What do you want?" in order for us to have a relationship. I guarantee you, majority of women have not. And the minority of women that do ask, when they get the answer, they completely ignore it or tell the man that he's wrong. Ain't that some shit, gentlemen? Ain't that some shit? They assume what you want as a man, but as soon as you as a man speak up and say, "Hey, this is what I want if we're going to be in a relationship," they completely dismiss it and or they will say you are wrong. Yeah, I know you as a man, you are explaining what you want in order to have a successful relationship. I know you want to explain your wants and needs as a man, but guess what? You're wrong. You don't know what you're attracted to. Me as a woman, I'm gonna tell you as a man what you should be attracted to. You should be attracted to my degrees. You should be attracted to my house. You should be attracted to my two poodles. You should be attracted to my bank account. As soon as you as a man, like, I don't really give a fuck about all that. She flips out, go goddamn nuts, go on social media and completely try to tarnish men on how, oh yeah, oh, why am I in this car? Why am I crying over a man? Oh, men don't know what the fuck they want. Men are so confusing. Men are this, men are even when you clearly as a man say, hey, this is what I want and need in a woman. Then she turns around and tells you, you don't know what you're attracted to. You don't know what you want. Let me tell me, a woman, tell you, a man, what men are attracted to. Make it make sense. Make it make sense. I'm not making the shit up. I guarantee you, majority of you guys have dealt with that in one way or another. I want to talk to the chat right quick. Chat, put a one in the chat if a woman disregarded what you wanted in a relationship, or just tell you you were flat out wrong. You don't know what you want. Put in one in the chat if a woman has ever dismissed what you wanted in a relationship and says you don't know what you're talking about. You should be attracted to my degree. You should be attracted to my money. You should be attracted to my car. Like, what the fuck? I know I'm repeating myself here and there, gentlemen, but I just had to emphasize of how ridiculous shit is getting. When I hear that stupid ass phrase, men do it too. Just because men are doing it doesn't mean you should as well. Look, right there. Hermit. He says, I had a girl message me yesterday with the Hey Stranger text and then tried to impress me with her new career. I don't give a fuck about your career. I don't give a shit. Okay. Hey, one more question, chat. One more question. Put a one in the chat if you ever been turned on by a woman's degree or career. Put a one in the chat if you've ever been turned on by a woman's degree or career. Put a two in the chat if you don't give a fuck about any of that when it comes to a relationship, when it comes to being attracted to a woman. Put a one in the chat if you've ever been turned on or attracted to a woman's degrees or careers. Put a two in the chat if you literally give no fucks and you are not attracted to a woman's degree or career. Because I'm definitely not. I don't give two fucks about that. I have not once heard a man. I have not once been with a cousin, a brother, a best friend. Like, I've never heard a man said, "Hey, hey, man, hey, you heard about her master's degrees? You heard about her being a nurse practitioner? Damn, that is so sexy." Not once I've heard a man talk about. Come on, come on, no, we don't care about that. We just don't. That is not what makes men attracted to any of you motherfuckers. Ugh. When you brag about your degrees and certificates and all that stuff, the only thing that's telling us men is you're in a shit ton of debt. That's it. That's a red flag off the bat. Student loan debt that I eventually will have to pay because you expect me to pay. We are more focused on, are you able to be a good mother? Are you able to take care of the kids? Are you able to take care of the household? Are you able to have piety? Are you able to have dignity? Are you able to have self respect? Can you be loyal and keep your fucking legs closed? Can you not be posting sexual photos every 2 minutes on social media? Hell, when you with me personally, right, Sir Yeetus, you're not gonna have social media around me. If you wanna be with me, no social media. You can do anything else, no social media. Because I witnessed firsthand on how poisonous social media can get. We literally have nothing in common. This equality shit, this, oh, men do it too nonsense, it is getting out of control and there is no end in sight. I just had to make this stream, gentlemen, because yeah, I'm like, what the fuck? It's crazy how bad they want to LARP as men, and then they act all shocked and confused on why they don't have the same results. They're so shocked and confused, like, oh, I saw Michael and I saw Chad do it. Michael and Chad slept with 100 girls. They got a pat on their back. But when I slept with 100 dudes, I get called easy. Well, yeah, because it's not that hard to keep your legs closed. Oh, but I seen Enrique and I seen Muhammad get very successful in their businesses, very successful in the careers, and they got all the women and all the respect and status. All the ladies love him. But as me, as a woman, I become a boss bitch and I focus on my career. 6-figure salary, got my big old condo, I got my cars. Why is it no men coming at me all lustful? Why ain't no men coming at me all attracted? Well, let me give you a quick secret. Let me give you the secret answer. It's because you're a woman. Nah. It's because you're a woman. Simple as that. Like I don't know how much more simple I can put it. Men and women are held at different standards. Fuck that equality bullshit. You're held at different standards of what is expected of you in society. Men and women are different in almost every way. But society today, they are so afraid to tell people, especially the radical left, that this equality bullshit doesn't exist. It doesn't exist. They only preach about patriarchy. They only preach about misogyny. They only preach about being oppressed when they aren't getting what they want, when they are not getting favorable double standards that benefits women. But as soon as there's a double standard that benefits men, oh, patriarchy, oh my God, oh, we're so oppressed, oh my God. We fought so hard for so many years and we're still at square one. That patriarchy is still strong, oh my God. See? They're silent when they get what they want, when they have the advantage, when the double standards favor women. They're silent. They don't say a fucking word. But as soon as men get a tiny taste of double standards or able to use their tactics against them, all of a sudden there's an uproar. Social media is exploding. Freaking mainstream news is everywhere. Riots are exploding. All of a sudden there's a slut walk out of nowhere. Like there's always a slut walk when there's a feminist shit going on. Oh, come on, man. Come on. There's no way in hell you can believe that nonsense. Men do it too, so I'm gonna do it as well. Okay, go ahead and do it. But guess what? A, you're not a man, you're a woman. B, you better accept the consequences that could be behind it, trying to LARP as men. Because they act like everything is a social conditioning situation. No, it's called biology. It's called science that you liberals and feminists love to believe in, right? And not just believe in, but change the entire concept of words that makes no fucking sense. But let's go back to the biology part. There's reason there is there is outright disgust of men dealing with a 304 when it comes to a long-term relationship. When it comes to a long-term relationship, if you have a past, it's over. If you're over a certain age, it's over. If you're over a certain weight, it's over. If you're not as attractive as you used to be, it's over. Or if you weren't attractive at all, it's not. It's over. And gentlemen, don't even try to listen to the fucking nonsense of, oh, I dress for me, I do this for me. Well, if that was the case, then you would not lie about your height, you would not lie about your age, you would not lie about your body count, you would not lie about putting 5 pounds of makeup on your face. Literally, literally, it is hilarious to me at this point. Women in today's society wants to compete with men so bad. So bad. They want to compete with men so bad. And why? Why are they so adamant on competing with men and not try to work with men? Not try to see if there can be any type of interdependency. Because when men and women are able to actually work together and play their roles and play their roles well, that's when society thrives. For some reason, for the last 6, 7 years, women are just so focused and obsessed of competing with men, even though they're not even men themselves. And how quick they're willing to take any type of credit and talk down on men in general when their entire fucking comfortable existence is thanks to men. Think about it, gentlemen. Men build up, women move in. I repeat, men build up, women move in. What do you mean by that, Sir Yeetus? What do you mean? I'll let you know. Anybody in the chat right now, do you know any successful matriarchy in history? Please let me know. Let me know if there's any successful matriarchy that I do not know about. Like a successful matriarchy where a group of women just out of nowhere in the middle of the woods are like, let me try to build up a society right now. Let me go ahead and build up the houses and get the clean water, go and hunt for food, make our own clothing, and eventually, but surely, we'd be able to create a society. Please let me know if there's a matriarchy that was built from the bottom up by women only, and it was a successful matriarchy. Oh, I'm serious, gentlemen. I'm serious. Please give me a successful society or successful empire that was built up, maintained, and became successful off of women's backs. I'm reading the comments right now. Yeah, I had to let you know, Jinzo. Cleopatra, nope. Cleopatra, she had to go get help from a couple of dictators in her reign. She literally had to go and sleep with multiple kings or dictators or emperors. I think it was emperors in order to get help from them. Just putting it out there. Gentlemen, feminism. Feminism is the main culprit when it comes to today's women are not trying to work with men anymore. They are really are on this hell-bent path on competing with and try to be superior to men. They all think they want this Amazonian empire, while these men are being wage slaves or work well. Like I'm sure you guys seen back in the day videos, especially in the 70s or 80s, where these women they're the enforcers, they're the security, they're the queens, they're the superior class, while the men are only wearing freaking underwear and they had to do the most strenuous of labors. And yeah, it's getting to that point, gentlemen. It's getting to that point in 2022. Slowly but surely, it's getting to that point. But guess what? It only got to that point because of the male feminists and the simps that we have on Capitol Hill. That's the only reason it got to that point. They would not have made it far whatsoever without the uh, teamwork between the state and modern women. But that's only going to go so far, gentlemen, and we all know this. Eric T, he says, seems like every video is the same topic. Well, guess what? You don't watch my videos. You don't watch my videos if you think everything is the same topic. So, um, at the end of the day, gentlemen, at the end of the day, it is funny but concerning that we get to the point where women they want to be men, right? And at the end of the day, at the end of the day, we're not saying, oh, go. We're saying go ahead and do whatever you please, right? Like you're your own person, do whatever you want to do. It's your life. Go ahead. It's just the bullshit that comes behind it. When they do whatever they please, but when they hit their 30s, 40s, 50s, they turn around and go attack men. They go around and blame men for the choices they made themselves. They chose to not have kids. They chose to divorce their husbands. They chose to be a career woman. They chose to transition from a girl to a boy. But as soon as the grass isn't green on the other side, for some reason, it's the patriarchy's fault. It's misogyny. Oh boy. Okay, let me get that. Let me get this white knight out of here. Very annoying. Hey, Base Chris, what's going on, man? What's up? All right, I'm gonna start call-ins right now. If you guys want to join, see what inputs you guys have to say. But if you want to support your boy, Sir Yeetus, the link on top of the chat, Cash App is the best possible way to donate because it goes directly to me. But if you want to do super chat or super thanks, that's good as well. If you're unable to donate, it's no big deal. It's whatever. Just continue to listen to my rants. Plan B, $2 donation. Thank you very much. Two tiered. What does that mean? What does that mean, two tiered? What does that mean? Okay. Let me I wouldn't be surprised if Eric T was a celibate scorpion. Okay. I'm gonna let the callers call in. Here's the link. So links are right there. So I can get super chats. Yeah, Base Chris, I already have super chats. I already have all the only thing I don't have is memberships. I'm about to do memberships soon, but first I have to figure out which content I want to give you guys because I'm not just gonna, hey, pay $10, $20 to be a member. I don't give anything in return. So I gotta first figure that out before I start that. So all right, we'll start with the first caller.
Hey,
Coach. Welcome back.
hey, good to see you again, sir. How you doing?
I am doing phenomenal. Very boring day, but I am glad that I'm able to speak on this situation because when it comes to uh various women, especially modern women, just complaining and moaning is like, men are doing it, men aren't doing it. Why can't I do it? And you try to explain to it, and you try to explain to them the situation, and it just goes through one ear and out the other. You know, they're just so focused and adamant on trying to compete with men and say, "Oh, if men can do it, I'm gonna do it too." But I'm like, but you're not a man. There's a reason why men and women are different.
Oh yeah, and no, I ran into this. I was delivering I had to set up a trade show booth today for a trade show, and I was dropping my stuff off at the marshaling yard. And the lady at the marshaling yard, I explained to her very clearly what I was there for, what I was doing, what trade show I was there for, and she was just confrontational with me because she could be. And it's like, I finally just threw my hands up in the air and like, what's the deal? And she finally goes through her paper. I'm like, do you want me to look through it for you and find it? And she's like, oh, no, 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 no. And then she finally finds it like, oh, yeah, you're right. But like, she just had to be confrontational for the sake of being confrontational. I don't understand it. And then setting up the trade show booth today, I wrote a comment about it. I saw this young girl. She's probably a lab chemist. Graduated college age. She had her hair parted right down the middle. She had one side of her hair the color of the smoke coming from your avatar, green.
Yeah.
And then the other side was purple on the other side. She had it bifurcated right down the center. Green on one side, purple on the other. Absolutely hideous.
That's a bad sign right there.
And then she had like these like funky purple flower shirt and pants on. She looked like a walking gummy worm.
I'm like, well, what are you doing? Like, what's the point of this?
I don't understand.
Because patriarchy. That's why. Like, what? Like, what does that even mean? It's out of control, and based on what you just explained of the situation of the woman being confrontational because she knows she can be confrontational without any type of retaliation, whether it's verbal or physical. They only, when they speak about, if I can do it, if men can do it, I can do it too. They only speak about the good shit. They don't want to talk about the responsibilities that comes behind it or the consequences.
Oh, yeah.
That's why you have a woman, and there's plenty of videos out there, gentlemen. I'm sure you saw countless videos out there on YouTube or on social media where a woman that's like, what, 5 foot, whatever the fuck she is, 5'2", 5'1", confronting a grown ass man that's like 5'10" or above. Like, she's another dude off the street, literally confronting a man like she's about to whoop his ass. Then as soon as he gives her the good old Sean Connery, all of a sudden she's a damsel in distress. She falls like a lawn chair, like she's like just crumbles, bam, screaming at the top of her lungs, calling for her Simpson White Knights to come in and save the day.
That's the subject I wanted to touch on. These the white knights, the enablers. It's just so bad. See, way too much of that stuff. And I was on a stream previously today, on another stream earlier this evening, and I had to leave it because there were these white knights on there just going off. And it at my age, I just can't get my blood pressure up over it. I've these guys are just spurging out like crazy, and it's just like too much. It's just too much. I decided I had to shut it down because I could feel like the rage starting to boil up inside me, and it's just like I can't do that. And I think sometimes
I
when
completely agree.
when I see these things, you just have to kind of ignore them and show indifference. Every time I look, I mean, I see that lady with the dual purple and green hair. I'd look at it, just you got to just say, "What the fuck," and just walk away. There's nothing else you can do.
Yes, and believe me, when I was younger, once again, I got red pilled around 10 years ago,
Mm-hmm.
and that's during high school, actually, senior year. And
Mm-hmm.
man, like for those 2 weeks of me being red pill rage, oh man, I was not in a good mood, not in a good mood. And of course, being young, and it's something that it's like a culture shock type situation. Everything that you've been taught, everything that you've been hearing and seeing growing up. Imagine going to like a completely foreign country. You don't know what the fuck is going on. That's the best comparison I can say about red pill rage.
Oh
Um,
yeah, yeah, yeah. You just wake up and it just like you realize, and you go through that and you're just like, you look at the rest of the world. When it clicks, it's like it's so obvious to you, and you're just looking around like, what the fuck? Don't these people know they're being duped by a usury system? But you just have to get past that and realize and accept it that you're one of the few that took the less traveled path, and you got to go that path. Um, and I've
agree.
been I've been doing it a long time, and it sounds like you've been doing it a while now. If you were able to do it in high school, how are you able to maintain that lifestyle through college? Or you didn't go to college, right?
I did, but
Oh, you did.
only for a couple years before
Cool.
I decided to go to the military. But while I was there, I was very glad. Now that I think about it, I was beyond glad that I was red pilled, because it saved me a lot of situations where it could have gone bad or worse. Whether it's a situation that you could have been humiliated. Oh, look at this geezer! Look at this desperate person trying to get this girl's phone number. Oh, look at him! Oh, he wants to talk about her day. What a loser! Like it saved me a lot of issues, because when I got red pilled and I hit college, I'm straight to the point. I'm like, hey, I'm here. I'm at the party. I'm trying to get fucked up, have a good time. What you want to do? Because you already know what I want to do. And that saved me a lot of time, because I tell men all the time, a woman knows if she wants to uh, have sex with you or not within the first 6 to 8 seconds.
Oh
I've
yeah.
been told this by many women. They decide immediately whether to put you in the friend zone, or how about to jump his bones.
Well, just to give you some idea how bad it is getting out here, Yeetus. When I went to dinner tonight, just down in the hotel lobby, um, the waitress, the first thing she asked me, she didn't ask me my name, she didn't ask me where I'm from. She asked me this question. I kid you not. Are you rich? That's her first question to me. Are you rich?
What the fuck?
Exactly. I fell back. And this woman was like not even close to being attractive. Not even close. 30, 40 pounds overweight. Um, tattoos, sleeve tattoos, piercings, you name it, the whole gamut. And
Oh,
the first
kind
the
over. Oh my
first fucking
god.
words out of her mouth, "Are you rich?" I can't make this up.
So they're not even trying to hide it anymore.
No,
That's
oh
how
no.
bad it's getting right now with this inflation. Are you rich? I see them go chains.
She even
Oh
said
man.
something. She mentioned about the jewelry. That's the first thing she talked about. Are you rich? And then she started talking about my jewelry and um, blah blah blah. And yeah, I was
You
just
just automatically just out yourself as somebody that I do not want to deal with, right? Like that woman just out of nowhere, hey, you got money? Like what? Can I eat my dinner first? Like what the fuck? Like yeah, you're not gonna ask me how I'm feeling. You just like, oh, you loaded, aren't you? You look like John
oh yeah,
Lennon's cousin. I know you got some type of money.
fair enough,
Oh,
fair enough. But yeah, no, it's a no. I know I'm basically I'm a high value target because I was down in that lounge the whole time, and I mean I could see the eyes the minute I was walking through everything, and I mean even when I went down for breakfast this morning, I get all kinds of compliments from the ladies and the wait staff. Oh, I love your sunglasses, blah blah blah, and that kind of stuff. I mean, get that stuff in the morning. So I've been getting it all day long. So I just
because
I get to the point where I'm just numb to it almost.
yeah, because you're older, you got that confidence. You dress in a certain way where you seem financially stable, but I would definitely have a lot of alarms raised in my head if a woman automatically asks me if I'm rich. Because it's A, she's trying to set me up
Or
to get robbed. She's trying to set me up to get robbed, or B, uh she's only in it for the money, right? If she was attractive, which it's not a bad thing, but I am gonna where is it? Cesspool. He says you should have asked her if she was a virgin.
I already know the answer to that question, SCE.
That
I
would have
think
been
you know this too.
like, okay, are you a virgin? How dare you? How dare you ask
Oh,
me
I could have
that?
asked her what her dress size was.
You try. Oh, oh, it looks
Could
like
have
you
done
got
the Kevin Samuels thing. Ask her what her dress size was.
like it looks like you got a gravitational pull there. What's going on over here? Oh man, but that is crazy to the point that um how many women out there that think that they can move like men and they act all shocked when men want nothing to do with her because I dare her to go around and brag, oh, I got two jobs, I got a condo, I got three cars, and I slept with 500 men. Is that sexy to you? Like, I dare a woman to go out there and say that.
Well, it's the same thing. There's a woman who works for a competitor of mine. She's about my age, um, and she just like none of the guys, and it really still is kind of an old boys club where I'm in the industry I'm in many ways, and she ain't in it. None of the guys, and just because of the whole hashtag me and everything, and none of the other colleagues in industry will come and talk to her at her booth when she's alone. And she was at that booth completely alone. I was working the booth completely alone. You make the point about guys and girls not being able to do the same thing. Exactly. I worked that trade show completely alone, start to finish, set up, tear down, everything. No problem. This woman was alone. She didn't like going out at night alone. She was um, not comfortable being there alone. You could tell she was unhappy, distraught, um, not able to do that. And it was, I mean, you could just see the difference. I mean, she's same age, same kind of credentials in terms of education, college degree, experience, everything, but she simply cannot hack it the way I can. And that's not patting myself on the back. It's just we are programmed differently, like you said.
Thank you for letting me know. Going out at night, they really think that even though it's been statistically proven, especially by the FBI data, that men are more at risk for very violent assaults, in public than women. But women want to complain and moan, oh, he can go out at night. Why can't I? Because there is a 99.99% chance that if a dude decides to try you, you're going to lose.
Mm-hmm.
Simple as that. And you know this because you will be crossing the street when you see a man walking down the block. Like he's that far away from you. And you, as a woman, you will immediately cross the street. Me, as a man, don't get me wrong. I have my head on a swivel. I got my situational awareness going on, but I'm not out here, timid with fear of, a freaking deer spear me with his antlers or a dude trying to take advantage of me. Once again, men and women are built different. Why are you trying to LARP as men when you're not a man? It's this delusion is getting out of control. I'm sure you agree with that.
Oh yeah, you can see it. And she did actually come over to my booth and talk to me for a little while. And she just, because she was lonely, she just wanted somebody to talk to. And so she sat and talked to me for a little while, but I could just tell by the look in her eyes, she was lost. Just in her eyes, you could just see that she was lost. I think she was contemplating whether, you could tell that she was contemplating whether she made the right move or not in her life. I think I saw that moment, that epiphany in her eyes. Almost, I swear to God. And in some ways I feel a little bit of sympathy, but because they've been lied to. But in the other ways, it's like, that's your bed, you made it. You got to sleep in it.
I agree. And that's the biggest thing. Loneliness.
Yeah.
Men, we can deal with being alone. Doesn't mean, I'm not saying men don't get lonely, but at the same time, men, we, for the most part, welcome being alone. We love our free time because guess what? The free time of being by yourself, it correlates with having a lot more relaxation, peace, and freedom. We can do what we want to do.
Oh yeah, like you said, I enjoy being alone right now. Just that's why I left the bar and the hotel where I was at. I was sick of it. It's done. So, and it's like you say, like walking the streets at night. I mean, I'm right here in downtown Baltimore, which I don't know if you know anything about Baltimore. It is not a great city.
Oh, I know plenty about Baltimore.
So, but I have no problem walking the streets at night, going right from my hotel to the restaurant. I don't care. Walking alone.
Yeah, it's definitely just as bad as Chicago or worse at times.
Oh, yes. Oh, yes. I saw 3 drug deals go down last night right outside my hotel room.
Really? Oh, shit.
Yeah. No, the kids, they drive around.
Was it at least fun to watch?
I'm sorry?
Was it at least fun to watch? Like, was like an interesting thing to see?
It was funny. They go around a gang of like half a dozen of them, and they ride around on dirt bikes. And then just if a car will just pull up and park along the street, and those guys will do the handoff right from their dirt bikes. And if the cops show up, because they have those dirt bikes, they can easily jump curbs or berms or whatever, and they could just all scatter in different directions, and nobody can catch them.
It's insane.
It's crazy. And they're loud as fuck because it's in an inner city, so it's loud as fuck.
So, this dude. He said, this dude looks like the Joker version of John Lennon. He's not wrong. He's not wrong. That's a good description. Oh, it looks cool though. It looks like right now I can throw him in a movie. He can be a villain, honestly, or just that rich guy that you see in movies. you know? But at the end of the day, it's just plenty of things that a lot of women don't understand or just refuse to understand on
Mhm.
why this equality bullshit is a counterproductive to them, not to us, to them, right? I guarantee you, my great grandparents, or I would just say grandparents, or great grandmother, she wasn't out there fighting for her right to go and die in war. She wasn't out there trying to fight for her right to work until she's 65 or until the day she dies. I have not until recently, not until recently, right? Because I haven't been alive for that long, right? You know, I'm almost 30, right? That's about it. But I have not heard so much noise of women trying to compete with men so bad that they're willing to be completely miserable, completely just like you said, just completely lost, just to prove their point of, oh, women are just as good as men. You know, women are superior. No, no. At least back then, women knew, hey, as long as I can help my man win, as
Mhm.
long as I can do my part, I win. We all win. My family wins. Everybody wins. If my husband can win and if I can help him in any way, it will just better my life. Like, this has not been an issue till recently. I just hate the bitching and moaning and complaining that women are having once they reach a certain age or a certain event where they're like, "Oh, where's all the good men? Where'd you
Mhm.
go?" I'm like, "Okay." Like, I'm sure I don't know if you saw the video of the 46-year-old woman. I'm like, "You had around
Oh, yeah.
26 years." And for 46 years old, I'm gonna keep it honest, I'm keep it real. She doesn't look bad for a 46-year-old. So I could just imagine how she looked when she was 20.
Yeah, she had guys lining up at her door. She had guys lining up at her door.
And you
Um,
didn't do shit for 26 years. How can I feel bad for you? I just can't. No, like I try to muster up that empathy. I'm trying to, find something inside, right? Like, oh, maybe she something happened to her. Blah blah. No, I couldn't. There's no excuse for 26 fucking years you couldn't settle down. I'm sorry.
no, yeah, I used to try to find empathy and sympathy in it. Now I'm just like, nope, nope. It's your bed. You made it. You sleep in it. Um, yeah, and I think what I'm seeing more and more as I travel is I'm just seeing in women's with women in particular, what I'm seeing in traveling is an increase in homeless women. I am seeing more and more homeless women on the streets, um, and I'm just seeing more women in bars who are middle aged and desperate, looking
Oh
for
my,
guys.
don't get me started. Oh God.
Yes, I encounter them all the time, and I'm just I'm a rich target for them. I know,
I felt
and
I felt violated a couple times though. Cause like once again, like I'm doing pretty well in life so far for me, right? Um, I'm not like top dog, but hopefully I'll get there one day. Um, but they see a young man, that's fit, that's carrying himself pretty well. I don't go out there trying. I sit at my own booth, right? And then the bartenders, they know who I am. Like I don't even have to order my drinks. They know what I want. We're cool. I'm cool with the bartenders. And then I remember just a couple times this fat land whale and this. She looks like she was in her 50s, but I'm pretty sure she was in her 40s. Thought that they had a chance with me. I'm like, yo, this is getting weird. And when they were touching up on my shoulder, I was
oh
really
god,
tempted to say me too. I was so tempted to say me too, get your hands off me. Like I felt straight up violated. Like once again, right? If she was at least physically attractive, then okay.
yeah,
Okay. She's playing within her league. But I got these old ass, fat ass women thinking that they can go after a guy that has a potential successful future. Like how dare you? How delusional? How crazy do you need to be that you think that when your eggs are just grinded to dust, your makeup isn't helping, and once again you have your own gravitational pull. You think you can bag me? You listening to too much Beyonce. You listening to too much Cardi B. Like you getting this twisted. Like you getting out of control. No. Like like
I'm sorry,
once
the old gravitational pull thing, man, that got me.
like I'm serious. I'm like, don't get me wrong. Like I'm not an asshole to women, right? Like I
No, I'm not
am
either.
very friendly unless they're friendly to me. But if you think that you, as a person that could possibly be my grandmother, can just be all touchy feely on me, like, uh, ma'am, like, did you wander out of your nursing home and just got to here? Like, go away, get out of here. Sorry for the jokes, but I was very traumatized with this situation. Very traumatized because they thought, in my opinion, they thought that they can take advantage of a young man. They thought that they could, right? And I guarantee you, there was another one.
No, in all seriousness, I've been in the same situations. Did I tell you what when you had me on the live stream? Did I tell you the last time when I was in Chicago about a year ago?
No, I don't think you did.
Oh yeah. I was just sitting in the hotel lobby, just chilling, um, listening to music. These two girls came down and they saw me and they came at me with this thing. And it's still when the stupid COVID and mask laws were still a big thing. And they came at me with this white thing like this. And I'm like, is that a mask? I thought they were going to pull some Karen shit on me. And no, it was a maxi pad. And they went and stuck it on my thigh. And they had taken lipstick and made a blood stain, a fake blood stain on it, put it on my thigh.
Oh, okay. So wait, when was this?
About a year ago.
I'm all about equal rights and lefts. I would not know how to react.
I'll tell you how I reacted. I went, what the fuck?
Like, did this actually happen to me? Like, what the fuck? Yo.
And then they're like, no, that's not real blood. That's what they said. For fucking real.
Like, I don't care. I don't give a shit. What makes you think that was okay?
And just reverse the roles and see what would happen.
Because I guarantee you, if a man makes a mixture with like glue or I don't know what kind of mixture it will take to make it similar to a nut, and then squirt it on a woman's face, exactly. I guarantee you, it'd be a different story.
Yeah, I'd still be sitting in jail now.
Bingo. See, gentlemen, like I explained before, they are so against a man having double standards. They will screech and moan like a bunch of banshees until they can have a situation where it benefits them and them only. Okay? Because, gentlemen, just imagine, because it's long gone now, just imagine if men actually had some type of say when it comes to what happens or what doesn't happen in today's society. What's right or what's wrong. Oh man. Oh, there will be women out there that will be yeeting themselves today.
That's what I'm afraid of. They're gonna start deleting themselves.
And once again, that's why the rise of equal rights and left is very prevalent. Because once again, they're trying so hard to be men. We're equal. Okay, too easy. You put your hands on me, I'll give you that good old hook, right? I learned from watching Mike Tyson. Bam! How dare you? You hit me. Oh my God. She's just a little girl, bro. What you doing? Nah, she said she was equal. She's equal. And the rise of that mentality is going up. So all that bullshit nonsense about men and women being equal is backfiring on them hardcore, especially in sports.
Oh yeah,
Uh,
yeah,
MMA, MMA. They
yeah,
want to. No, men and women. There's no difference. There's no difference. Okay, then a man that wants to put on lipstick, grow his hair out, wants to beat up women, right? Without getting arrested, thrown in jail. That like a woman got her skull cracked with ease. He didn't look like he was struggling. All of a sudden, no, no, it's too far. No, these trans women aren't allowed to compete with us anymore. Like, no, 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 no. You said you said that we were equal in every way. What's the change of tune? What's going on? No, step in the ring with that 200-pound girl. Go ahead, go do it. Have fun. Right? Yeah, he looks like a wrestler, but it's a woman, right? Just like you. It's okay. Just go ahead into that cage and make sure you have your will ready.
yeah. I think another important point I want to make too is that what we represent to women today, we're paper cups. We're something you use and then throw away. Um, I learned this just a few months ago. I thought I had vetted this chick pretty well, of all the red flags. And by the time we got to my hotel room, she basically just did what she wanted, and it was out. I mean, she got what she. It was just like this. It was like a fix, like that, and she was out. And I was just like, "Well, glad I could be of service to you," kind of thing. I mean, I couldn't believe it. And I want to say this. I want to make a point about this because I experienced that recently. And then when I compare to what I had in
Kush,
what I had in college,
Kush,
it's not the same. It's not the same.
hey
They
Kush,
don't look at it the same. They she
hey Kush.
used me like
Hold
you
on,
use
Kush, hold on, Kush.
a cup of
Go
Starbucks
ahead,
coffee.
continue, Kush.
I'm sorry.
Continue. I'll be right back. Continue. I'll be right back.
Yeah, no, she was just basically. I was just like a cup of Starbucks coffee to her. So I would just understand that that's what we represent to most of these modern women today. We're just a cup of Starbucks coffee. We're a thing of lipstick that they use and then throw out. That's all we are, and that's really how I felt at that time. And after that happened, I don't know that I will ever um, be with another woman again, at least not in the near future, um, because it's just even if you vet them of the red flags, even if you're as careful as you can be, these women are still. You just got to remember the baseline is they're just batshit crazy. um, I guess Yeetus is on a break
I'm back.
here. So, you're back. All right.
So
Yeah, I was just telling him about. I was just elaborating on the fact that it's just women are just. It's just usury. They just use us like cups of Starbucks coffee, basically.
but the biggest thing is, and I do want to elaborate on this. I was going to do it tomorrow, but I'm gonna do it right now. So when it comes to that situation, where you said that women view men as paper cups, that's what you said.
Yep.
So there's also, even though there's more and more videos of women are like, "Hey, I'm not a feminist anymore. I'm back to being traditional. I'm an ex-feminist," which is bullshit. Um,
Mm-hmm.
there's other videos of women, their standards are getting so out of control, it's not me funny. They really believe in 2022 they're able to say, "Hey, oh, what I bring to the table? I don't bring nothing to the table. I don't have to bring shit. If you're a real man, you will provide everything for me, and I just show up." I'm like, "So you want me to be your actual father?" That's what you're saying right now. You got some daddy issues, because that's what you're pretty much saying. You want me to do everything in the book while you live a life of leisure? No, you can walk out that door at this point. Nah, fuck that. No.
Well, that's why getting the state involved in any relationship at this point is just basically slow deletion uh, at this point, because it's such a one-way street. It's you got to give everything, they give nothing. It wasn't like that when my grandparents grew up. It wasn't like that when my parents grew up. It was a mutually beneficial relationship. Both sides brought things to the table. Both they brought different things to the table, but the two parts made the whole. Um, and it can't be all lopsided like that. Like you said, the woman has to bring something to the table, and the guy has to bring something to the table too, in order for it to be a workable relationship. It's at the end of the day, it's nothing more than a fancy business partnership. Both sides have to benefit from um, each other in some way. If it's not a relationship. It's not, to me. It's not a relationship. I'm a businessman, and I think of it that way. I sell a product to a customer. The customer benefits from the use of that product, and back and forth. And we get paid for that product, and that's a mutually beneficial relationship. These aren't mutually beneficial relationships you're getting into with these women.
I completely agree because I heard stories from my great grandparents and grandparents. Literally, immediately when they started dating, it's mainly on the woman's side, right? Because of course, eventually, they're going to smash, right? Get the groove on. But at that point, after smashing, the woman has to show that she is worth for a man to stay around. Like she has to prove that, yeah, yeah, no, I give you the puniti, but I can give you more than that, right? Because as a man yourself, if she doesn't give anything more than her box, there's literally no reason for me. I got her box. I won. All right, have a nice life, and I just walk out. Like it's as easy as that for men. Men take sex differently than women. All right, women. That's why I know I'm sidetracking right now. That's why women, uh, when they cheat, it's an emotional thing for them, right? Because they have a clear cut feelings for a guy in order to let him smash. If she doesn't have feelings for him, she slept with hundreds of dudes. It is what it is. But that's why it's so damaging and so fucked up for a man to know that his girl cheated because she actively thought about it. She actively developed feelings for that man and actively made a choice to open up her legs for him. That's on average, but I know there's a lot of women right now probably screeching based on what I said, but you know that I'm not wrong. But
No,
back to the original topic when it comes to men doing all these other things. There's no appreciation for it whatsoever. There's nothing. Men and women, we lost. Like it's over, right? Because in 2022, they don't even want to define what a woman is. My grandparents, my great grandparents, my grandma immediately cooked, clean, full clothes, laundry, made sure that he had his coffee, made sure that he was eating, made sure that there was anything that he needed done that she can do, such as getting uh the cost of bills together, or if you need any flight itineraries
yep.
done, she did it. She made sure that she picked up his suit from the dry cleaners. She went out of her fucking way on top of, taking care of the household, sure that his life was easier because we all know, gentlemen, especially in the chat, our life is not easy. whatsoever. It's going to be nothing but adversity and obstacles for the rest of our lives. And I'm sure we accept that. If a woman is able to come into your life and make it easy to the point where you're able to just focus on the most important shit, like getting money, you know, I'm telling you, gentlemen, if she is able to come to your life and able to make sure that everything is good at home, making sure that you don't have to focus on the minor shit, so you can focus on the major shit, that, in my opinion, is what I call the unicorn. But, gentlemen, unfortunately,
They don't
in
exist.
2022, it is minuscule. Like, it's so small. You will have to win the biggest lottery of lotteries to get a woman like that. What do
Like
you
I
have to say
said,
about that, Bush?
I look at it this way: divorce is 50% of all marriages. It's even, I think, more than 50% now of marriages end up in divorce. Would you bet on those odds in Vegas?
Oh, hell no. It's like the analogy I use about landmines. Let's say a man brought you to a field of landmines and say, hey, there's 100 landmines, but 50 of them will explode and kill you. Would you still walk through it? There's $1 million at the end of that road, right? Equivalent to a good woman. Would you still go for it? 50 of them are going to explode and kill you. Are you still going to go through those landmines? Fuck no. Hell no. $1 million? No, it's not worth it. A billion?
Maybe
Not
you might.
So I definitely agree with you saying, Kush.
Yeah, well, I was going to say a similar analogy. You got 10 glasses of, or let's call it 100 glasses of yellow liquid. 99 of them are piss, and one is lemonade. You want to figure out which one's lemonade?
Nah, fuck that. Nope. Oh, I'm gonna use an analogy from Muhammad Ali. Even though he used it for racism, I'm gonna use it for good and bad women. There's 1,000 snakes trying to attack you and kill you, right? Trying to, get a nibble on your ankle so they can inject the poison in you. But out of those 1,000 snakes, 100 of them are good snakes. Are you really gonna take the time to see which snake is good and bad out of 1,000 snakes?
No, no. I'm not a big fan of snakes either. No.
Yeah, that makes it a lot worse. Yeah. But I'm sure you guys can understand, Chad. You are not going to waste your fucking time to see which snake is good or bad out of 1,000 snakes. Now, put that to millions.
Yeah.
That's why a lot of men are going their own way or going red pilled.
Oh yeah.
It's just not worth it at this point. It's not, right? And that's why I tell you guys, don't believe what women are saying now in 2022 when shit's about to hit the fan, at least economically about to hit the fan. Don't listen to their bullshit because once again, gentlemen, at the end of the day, no matter how much sweet nothings they will whisper in your ear, no matter how many things that they'll say to make you feel good, right? Oh, I'm not a feminist anymore. I'm traditional. I'm traditional. They can still 5, 10, 15, 20, 30 years from now drag you through the courtrooms and take everything that you have. So while she's living the lavish lifestyle, you're struggling to live in an apartment.
Yeah.
Just think on that, gentlemen. I'm not saying you can't get married, but you got to look at reality for what it is when it comes to marriage.
Yeah. So yeah, and I guess the word I want to give to the wise, Yeetus, you say you're approaching 30. So I'm approaching 50. I've been living this lifestyle for almost 20 years longer than you. You can do it. You can do it successfully. I did it. Just stay strong and stay focused on what you're doing. And
It was
that's
it
the
was
word
a
of the
major
wise.
episode for me when there was a person that I knew when I was in the military. He was already over 50 years old. but he was
Mhm.
single. I was
Mhm.
confused. I was like, "Hey, hey, Sergeant, why are you single? Why are you single, bro? Like, what's going on?" And then he showed me his phone, and he literally had at least 20 girls around the world. Not only 20 girls around the world, they were literally paying him stuff, not the other way around. Gentlemen, I'm and he doesn't mess with any woman here. He only messed with women overseas. That was a major red pill for me.
Oh, yeah. Well,
Major.
that's the way to go. That's absolutely the way to go.
Yeah, because I'm
No
like, "Hey,
question.
why not women here?" Then he just gave me the simple answer. It's not worth it. I'm like, "Oh, okay. All
Yeah, I
right."
mean, the thing is, it's the same. I mean, it's like your sergeant friend. I can walk down to that hotel lounge now if I wanted to, and if I wanted some, I could get it. But I don't want it. I just don't want it. Not interested in it. I got better things to do. I got a busy day tomorrow. I've had a busy day today. I don't have time for that drama and that bullshit. That's the way I look at it now.
Yeah, because it's gotten to the point where you look at a woman. Well, I would say in Australia, but let's just use United States because it's similar. You look at a woman, there's a potential threat of being humiliated, of her saying the most ridiculous assumptions and lies, because that's how she perceived you as being like, "Oh, why are you staring at my ass, bro? Why are you staring at my yes?" And she would say, "Bro." That's how masculine they are these days, gentlemen. Why you staring at my ass? Huh? Huh? What are you doing? And what? I'm gonna call the cops. Then bam, you could potentially get taken to jail off of false allegations alone.
Mm-hmm.
And then these very same women have the audacity to bitch and complain about, oh, you know what? Catcalling was pretty nice. I know men don't catcall anymore, but I wish they did. But as long as they're hot, like okay, yeah, you just outed yourself right there. But all right. Oh, I wish no men approach us and buy us drinks at the bar. So you're just trying to use men? No, it's not like that. See, they just keep telling on themselves. Like what?
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
Stick with your lie if you want this shit to work, but they can't. It is they got so comfortable in today's society where they are literally on social media 24/7, especially TikTok, blasting their atrocities that they put on men, and they think that it is amusing. Look on those TikTok videos, gentlemen, if you can handle it, right? You know,
I don't even have that app on my phone. I won't have that garbage even on my phone. Uh,
good, right? But to the younger generation, right, that has it, you shouldn't. But if you do have it, look up all these videos on of all that misandry that women have towards men. They are literally destroying men's lives because it's funny.
oh
Funny.
yeah, they don't care. They don't care. Um, no, but hey, so Yeetus, I am gonna call it a night here. I'm in a hotel room, and I'm gonna go downstairs because I'm gonna partake in something that your friend there, Undead Chronic, likes to partake in.
Big titty
And
goth bitches,
I'm sorry.
big titty goths, big
No,
titties, goth. No, no.
no, it's
Wait. Oh, that okay. Well, I'm just saying he likes the big titty goth bitches though. He loves
oh,
that.
that's not me. But I'm a magnet for goth girls. I don't know why, but
Well, maybe because it's the glasses, man. Come on, come
I don't know. I don't know what it is, but hey, I do have to call it a night here. It is getting late, and I got an early day tomorrow. So it's a pleasure talking to you again, Sirius.
Oh, no problem, man. I'm gonna continue drinking this good stuff. I will have a stream tomorrow because I felt bad that I kind of overslept yesterday. I will have a stream tomorrow, gentlemen. All right, I'm not gonna lie to you this time. Fuck. Uh, but thank you, Kush, for participating and giving wisdom, and hopefully you have a good time
Yeah, and what time's your stream tomorrow?
tomorrow. It will be 5 p.m. Eastern time.
5 p.m. Eastern time. Yeah,
Yes.
I'll have to join it late because my little event, my trade show event here goes till 6 tonight. But I'll join later probably.
Well,
So
5 or 6 p.m. It just depends on how much procrastination I do because I tend to procrastinate with the videos. I need to collect more images and videos because people are saying, "Hey, why don't you add videos and images to your live streams?" I'm like, you know what? You're right. So between 5 and 6 p.m. Eastern time, yeah, I'll be good to go. I'll be ready.
okay, all right. Have a good night, sir.
All right. Peace out.
Peace.
All right, gentlemen. Hopefully you enjoy that conversation. I'm gonna just do one more roll call. And I know I missed a good amount of super chats. Let me go up there. Hopefully I didn't skip all of it. Let me know if I possibly skipped yours. Damn. Hermit, $2 donation. Thank you very much. He says, bulking on 3,200 calories. No excuse to be weak, gentlemen. I agree. No excuse to be weak whatsoever. I don't give a fuck if you're doing cross country. I don't care if you're bodybuilding. I don't care if you're doing calisthenics. But I do kind of care if you're doing CrossFit. CrossFit is fucking weird to me. I don't know why. But at the end of the day, gentlemen, there's no excuse to be weak, frail, just a stick. Okay. Go to the gym, get them gains. Yeah, I joke a lot about, hey, you need to do at least 2 plates. You need to at least do 225 pounds. You don't have to do it, but that should be your idealistic goal when it comes to strength. A T96, $2 donation. Imagine asking her what the peace league do randomly. Oh, they see. That's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. I'm glad that I got red pill because you shouldn't give two fucks of what she's doing during the day. Okay, you shouldn't. But at the same time, depending on the woman that you're talking to, they love to talk about themselves, right? You know, the social media influence flows through her, right? Because it's all about me, 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 me. So at times you gotta nod your head and say, "That's crazy, bro. That's crazy." All right. That's everything so far when it comes to super chats. Once again, if you want to support your boy, Sir Yeetus, Cash App is on top of the chat, the link. Best possible way to donate because the money goes directly to me. But you can also do super chat, super thanks. If you cannot donate, it is all good in the neighborhood. Just sit back and relax. All donations are appreciated. So if there's no more call-ins, we're gonna be doing a after conversation right quick because I want you guys to be here. I want to talk to you guys for something. I think this will be an interesting conversation. Well, since nobody's joining now, oh, let's talk about this current thing that I'm trying to do. Okay. The memberships, right? I am still working on the memberships, but I want you guys' input. Let me read what you guys want out of memberships. So you're not just paying for nothing. Let me know, gentlemen. Let me know, what do you want if you decide to get membership from Sir Yeetus? Right now, just let me know. I am ready for some input, some opinions. Because I think by the end of the week, I should be good to go. Because I do have something ready for just membership only live streams. That's the big thing that I'm gonna have, membership only live streams, because I do have an idea when it comes to that. Also, I might do a gaming membership as well, where uh, if you pay for membership, you'll be able to see a gaming stream as well. But besides those two, everything else is free game. I'm telling you, gentlemen, it's gonna be crazy. And no, Bane, I cannot give you a free handgun. Okay, no. But the biggest thing is I do plan on reviving Discord, and once I'm not going to be doing the letting anybody in on the Discord. Now, if you want to be on Discord, that's definitely going to have to be uh part of the tiers of the membership. I'm not just going to let anybody in because that almost always fail when it comes to Discord. I want to have a beer with the skeleton man. Well, I'll make sure that me and Hammerhand, we're together, so we can enjoy multiple beers because we don't just have one beer. We'll have countless beers at the bar, right? I'm sure you're willing to pay for it, right, JD? But in all seriousness, gentlemen, expect membership to be coming up by the end of the week. And I'll make sure that it is good enough for you guys. That's my biggest concern. I don't want to be that guy that just fucking charges your ass for no reason. That's not me. If you're gonna invest even more into my channel than you already are, because you're already donating. If you're actually paying for membership, I'm gonna make sure that's top quality shit. But we have one more caller. Let me bring him in. The Sacred Why.
How's it going, brother?
Very boring day today, but I am definitely enjoying my time here right now. What about you?
Oh, I'm doing pretty good, man. Just excited to be getting out of the military finally.
Oh,
Yep,
you're officially
life's going
done.
pretty good.
You done?
What was that?
So you're done? You're completely done?
Yep, I'm out.
Honorable?
Yep. It was a hard fight, and I just found out this last drill had a board meeting, so it was basically they were giving me a few options, based on me and the other non-vaxxers, but some of the non-vaxxers, depending on each case, was kind of like individual. So some guys got other than honorable, some guys got dishonorable. We all lose our benefits, but I just was lucky enough to get an honorable.
Well, good. You wanted the pure bloods. Did they try to make you do a PT test?
Damn right.
I fucking knew it.
Oh yeah.
Man, chain of command be a pain in the ass sometimes. I swear to God. Like, why do you need me to be PT test? I'm leaving.
Oh yeah. Oh no. It's in fact the fact that you're leaving is like an incentive for them to make you do fucking more because they know they can't get anything out of you anymore.
They put you on staff duty or CQ.
Almost just like all the cleaning, all the regular bitch stuff that
Man, oh, you need to sweep the company. You need to mop the floors, clean the bath, bro.
Yeah. Yeah, and it's I've never been happier though to be freeing myself from the system completely. It's just
it's a bit
there's no price.
Yeah, it's a bit annoying at first, Because honestly, especially if you serve for a while, how long have you served?
I've been in for about 3 years.
Okay, so it's not as bad. I did
Right.
6. No, no, sorry, I did 7. So I well, like that loss of identity. Once you take off that uniform for the last time, it's like, oh well, shit. What now? There isn't somebody telling me what to do every day. I'm just doing my own thing. It gets confusing for a lot of vets out there. So
Yeah, man,
Yeah, man.
I get it. It was since I was like 3 years old, I was GI Joes, Cowboys and Indians. I was gun ho set on joining the infantry, but turns out my moral compass did not align with what it is now. It's it's so fucked that they couldn't save themselves if they had two hands, a map, a GPS, and a signal flare to save their ass. And
oh,
even
shit.
then, I still don't think they would save themselves.
Talking about the butter bars.
I'm talking about all of it.
Yeah, all of it. But the big thing is, uh, if the chat doesn't hear from me out of nowhere, that means World War III possibly started, and Uncle Sam is trying to take me back.
Well, if it's me,
Well,
I'm either in Leavenworth or they Epsteined me, because pure bloods.
oh, the Sacred White got yeeted after a shotgun blast to the back of the head from 20 feet away. Why would he do
Yep.
this to himself?
5 times to myself.
Oh shit. Okay, we shouldn't go that far when it comes to those conversations. But at the end of the day, what is your, and once again, I guarantee you have a story or two of women trying so hard to compete with and be like men.
Oh, yeah. So I actually have the perfect one. We were doing range call after we were just doing gunnery, and there was a female medic there talking with a female corporal. And I don't want to get involved, but the way they were talking, I don't know what came over me. I had to get involved and fuck their shit up
Wait,
because they were just being
wait.
misandric as hell.
Oh, okay. I was like, what were they talking about? Okay.
So they were talking about, you know, oh, we don't really need men that much in the infantry because it's all, drones and crow systems and technology nowadays.
Are
So
they
I kind of like weasel in there, kind of like nod in my head, pretend I gave a shit, and I just keep listening to their misandry, and then I just kind of laugh and go to walk away. But they kind of look at me all snobby, I was like, well, what do you think? And I said, you don't want to know what I think, because then it'd be an IG complaint.
Yeah.
And so, but they pressed me further. I said, okay, frankly, the two of us are definitely not equals and never will be. And I honestly don't think you deserve the same rights that I do. And holy shit, I thought she was gonna go right to my commander right then and there.
No, I
But
completely agree.
she turns to the corporal and she's about like to just let fly, but I stick my hand up and I just tell her, I said, okay, all right, if we are so equal, show me the battlefield where hundreds of thousands of women stood toe to toe in a line, taking volley after volley of hot lead to fight for their right to vote. You show me the fucking memorial, because I want to see it. Well, well, and I was like, yeah, no, exactly. It's like,
Yeah.
Corporal, if you would please do me the honor of showing me your draft card. Oh, wait, you don't have one because you're a female? Oh, that's right. And
Oh,
they had no argument.
see, that's the big thing, man. The only deadly women in recent like modern warfare are mainly snipers, right? That they're not even in the battlefield like that. They're in the back.
Oh, no, they're the Patriot missile defense operators with two moms.
I'm just talking about like boots on ground with just rifle only.
Oh,
That's
dude,
one
I
thing.
don't even see them with fucking rifles, dude. Like the chicks we got into infantry, they're either into talk or they're running errands for HHC.
I agree. You know, I don't want to think about that either, right? Because the first combat engineer, she went AWOL the second that she sworn in as a combat engineer, right? First engineer in history. Oh, female combat engineer.
Yeah.
Yeah, she went AWOL. She ran away. So that's what I'm saying. When it comes to battlefield, there were women on the ground, you know, fighting. I'm like, yeah, you're not wrong, but they weren't in the battle. They were completely way out there in the back as snipers. That's historically accurate. And there weren't that many female snipers in the first place. The rest of you guys were doing non-combat roles, right? You guys excelled in roles such as
Espionage.
combat medics or the nurses back in the hospitals, and like you just said, espionage, right?
Yeah,
Because
espionage was huge back
I
then.
wouldn't take a woman seriously. I wouldn't take them seriously, and that's a perfect opportunity for a woman to yeet me to heaven if she wanted to. You know,
Well,
espionage.
if you even go as far back to ancient Japan, the very first ninja were females, so they would sleep with the shoguns to gather information and then slit their throats after, they get the old baloney pony. So that
Agreed. And once again, not once we said that women in the military were useless. When did men ever say women in the military are useless? All we said was it is not a good idea for women to be in combat roles, especially military, not military, infantry. They can do almost anything else, and they excel at it. But when it comes to combat, it's a situation that's doomed to fail. It's doomed to fail. And there's plenty of reasons why that I can explain. But they don't
well,
want to
I definitely say on a large scale, the military as a whole, with the amount of weak-chinned, no nutsack having beta simps leading these men, I could tell we're definitely doomed to fail.
Have you
And
seen
we've
my
been failing.
video today?
I always keep a check of your uploads, man.
Okay, so what about the black soldier that was fighting seriously during training?
Yeah, man,
Dude with the red suit, he barely moved, he barely budged, and she was fighting for her fucking life during training.
I know but I'm not really surprised. I'm really not. But again, it's like watching that one kid who just will not stop touching the damn stove. It's like at some point after 20 times, you're gonna crack a beer and start laughing at him.
Agreed. And I had this white knight in the comments talking about, oh, you haven't been in a position that she was. You don't know what you're talking about. I bet you guys never box or whatever in your life.
Bullshit. Have they never heard of Shark Attack? Well, I know they've done away with it now, but Dude, I've been swarmed and pummeled on by 5 drill sergeants at one time, and there wasn't a damn thing I could do about it. I was getting my ass whooped.
But the big thing is that he compared a woman or tried to defend a woman's honor of literally being thrown on the ground by a man that's using 5% of his power. And like, you could understand if you were in her position, you'll be doing the same thing. I'm like, no, because the man will literally have to use almost all of his power to even do that type of damage, right? While he was throwing that female soldier left and right, like it's nothing, he will literally have to use everything against me.
Not only that, but you can't even have even an ounce of sympathy for a woman that who willingly puts herself in that situation. All right, you know, if I willingly walk up behind a big giant bull and slap him in the nuts, and he kicks my face off, I'm kind of asking for it. So
Yep.
they bring it on themselves, brothers. They bring it on themselves.
And the biggest thing at the end of the day, gentlemen, is there's videos out there of female soldiers freaking out and fucking crying. Well, there's missiles flying left and right, and the anti-air missiles. You know how it is, right? If there's a missile incoming, the anti missile launchers, they're just all over the place, right? And then the alarms are going off. There were women, female soldiers. I think it was Israeli female soldiers. I had to look up that video again. Literally freaking the fuck out, crying and wailing. Soldiers. Think on that, gentlemen. Now imagine if World War III pops off and women get drafted. Plenty of men. I'm not saying men aren't affected when it comes to all-out bloody war, hell on earth. I'm not saying men aren't affected. But I guarantee you, majority of men that has to go to war has the understanding of is either you or me, and I'd rather it be you. Kill or be killed.
And that's if they get drafted.
If.
You gotta remember, they sat on the sidelines for about 200,000 years now.
Yeah, I agree, but crying and bitching and moaning, men already know that's not going to keep you alive.
Nope.
Because we're men. We don't have that female privilege.
The barbarian coming through that gate, he don't give 2 shits.
Exactly. And in the end, you're the enemy and or you're the competition. You can't stay alive while he's around. Right? That's the unfortunate nature of humanity. That's the unfortunate situation of life.
Not only that, Sir Yeetus, if you even were to look at lions, right? Another male comes in to rule the pride. What does he do? He kills the male and any other younger males in the pride. What do the women do? They don't do a damn thing. They just sit there with their asses up in the air and get ready for the new guy.
Yeah, I agree. They imprint immediately on that lion. That's a similar thing. And once again, last thing before we start shutting it down, that's the exact same situation that happened in Ukraine, right? All these women that claimed they were feminists, they ran away to Western Europe while their boo thing, their boyfriends, their husbands are getting killed left and right. Before their body is even cold in the ground, they're already on dating apps, busting it wide open.
Yep, they up there in Paris with Henri, getting cigarettes put out on them while good old Vlad's getting some fucking AK up the ass back home.
Yes, gentlemen, is that serious? There's a couple of photos of Ukrainian women on Tinder or wherever it is, still wearing their wedding ring. There's a bunch of videos in Ukraine of Russian and Ukrainian men dead, piles of bodies, piles. Men are going through the atrocities of war. And I've seen videos. It's some gnarly shit. But she's over there in Europe or in America or wherever she went, already looking for the next sucker. She forgot about her husband. She forgot about the fiance. She's already barely wearing anything on social media, looking for her next victim. It's the reality of things, gentlemen. I'm sorry that I'm putting it out there like that, but you got to understand. You really think that women in 2022 are going to be loyal? You really believe that? It's a rhetorical question. You don't have to answer.
Sir Yeetus, you bring up a very good point. Brothers, when not if, but when the shit goes down here, your biggest enemy are going to be the blue-pilled simps, because when the resources are scared for a fucking bottle of water or a can of tomato soup, they will clap your ass just to get some puniti, or just to get
Why?
the simplest of resources.
Secret, why? Hey,
Yes, Bruda.
I'll be right back. Give me 1
right.
minute.
But yeah, brothers, that's yeah, you gotta keep your heads on a swivel, especially when the power goes out. Shout out to RPM. But yeah, you'll be walking down the road, Mad Maxing, trying to find some water, maybe a few breadcrumbs, some extra ammo. And there's gonna be some real good looking thought on the side of the road. Half her ass hanging out. Little sucky fucky for a bottle of water. And then little Mr. Simp comes up and pops you in the side of the head. And that's all she wrote. So that's why you gotta watch out for yourselves out there, man. Even in Chicago, big cities, it's messed up. Even today, driving back from Walmart, I saw
Okay.
soccer mom on the corner with her kid with the sign. So they're getting desperate.
Oh, definitely. Oh, gentlemen, I'm telling you right now, they are singing a different. You heard about all that hot girl summer nonsense with the last 4 months, right? Fuck man, man ain't shit. Oh, waste a man's time, blah blah blah. But now they didn't take to account of what's happening around the world, and now inflation is getting ridiculous. And now, gentlemen, based on what's going to be happening soon, you need to understand women have to manipulate to survive. Doesn't mean that you have to accept it, but you need to understand women have no choice but to manipulate. That's in their nature. Not saying it's a bad thing, but that's what they have to do. They can't physically force you as a man to do something. So, what's their next best weapon? Their tongue. They have to manipulate you and whisper sweet nothings or busting it wide open just so they can extort some type of resources or protection from you. And winter is coming. Russia is already shutting down energy throughout Europe. Just think on that, gentlemen. All right. I'm not going to get mad at women for being women. It's like getting mad at a dog for being a dog. It's like getting mad at a man for being a man. But doesn't mean that you have to accept their bullshit. That's a big key. That's a big thing that modern women doesn't want you to think about. You don't have to accept their bullshit. Men are the gatekeepers of relationships. You can walk away at any time, and they can't do shit about it. Just put it out there, gentlemen. Just put it out there. And I'm gonna read this right quick. G Smith Studio, $5 donation. Thank you very much for your generous donation, man. I appreciate it. January 1st, 2023 in Chicago, they are starting the end of cash bails for all crimes. Oh, Man, y'all thought that Chicago was Chirac. Now, just imagine what's going to happen next year. It's pretty much it's pretty much going to be the purge. It's going to be the purge because besides murder, right? Because I'm assuming they're still going to have some type of bail for murder. Any other crimes such as robbery, arson, burglary, assault, all that fucking crazy shit, they don't have to stay in jail. They can just leave and do it again. Just get ready, gentlemen. Just get ready. It's gonna get crazy. Um, T96, $2 donation. Thank you very much. He says it's a Soviet cold girl winter. Yes, and this is something that they proclaim that they wanted, right? They're all about socialism and communism, right? Because at least in my eyes, feminism is communism in a dress. So when things are starting to get tough and there's men out there that's still bitter and angry or just doesn't care about relationships anymore, oh, it's not going to be looking good. It's not whatsoever. But hey, the Sacred White, what do you have to say to the chat before I let you go?
Keep your heads on a swivel, brothers. Stay prepared for what's coming down the pipe. Keep tuning in. Get your daily doses of Sir Yeetus and Hammerhand.
Woo!
Just, protect your seed, man. Stay away from these fucking thoughts. No hymen, no diamond. Just keep fighting the gunocracy, brothers. Just keep it up.
Without you, there will be no society to begin with, gentlemen. Think on that.
That's right, brothers. You're the why of everything. So
Pretty much. But the Sacred White, thank you very much for joining. I think it's been a while since you joined.
yes, always an honor to be on your show, Sir Yeetus.
But I'll definitely be on tomorrow because I have to make up for what happened yesterday. I was way late and didn't do my stream yesterday. So there will be another stream tomorrow. This one will be an interesting one. I'm pretty sure it might be some type of debate stream. This will be like a test. This will be a test. If I can invite at least to 6 people, and we will have a discussion about controversial topics. I think that would be a good thing. What do you think?
Oh, I'm in for it, brother.
And this type of situation or debate stream, I do plan for that to be exclusively membership. Because if you guys are willing to invest that much into the channel, that should be excluded to just people that put the extra payment into the channel. Because I can't let like 100 people in, right? But hey, if you guys decide to do the membership, all 100 of you guys, I'll invite all 100 of you guys. Like, I ain't gonna complain. But I do believe that when it comes to membership only streams, the debate streams will work with members only, not just anybody joining in. So definitely look out for that, gentlemen. I will do a test run tomorrow. So, but the Sacred White, thank you very much for joining, and definitely stop by tomorrow if you can.
Absolutely. Thank you, brother.
No problem. Peace out.
All right, peace.
All right, gentlemen, put a 1 in the chat if you enjoyed the stream today. Put a 1 in the chat. Oh yeah, and I also noticed that I'm almost gonna reach 12K soon, and I still haven't done the 10K celebration, so that's completely my fault. Um, I'm gonna see by Friday. I could bring a special guest in. Hopefully, it will be TFM again, because I did say I will do a part two of the culture war. But there will be even more changes to the channel, gentlemen, especially with memberships. Once again, you don't have to do the membership, right? If you don't, you'll just get the regular content that you've been getting this entire time. But when I do implement the membership thing, there will be perks, right? But I just haven't figured out what the perks are going to be yet. So just wait until Friday or Saturday, and I should have everything assorted. Everything will be good to go. Thank you for maximum participation from you guys. Right? This was a very fun live stream I did today. It's your boy, Sir Yeetus. Thank you very much once again for everybody that donated. And hopefully there was a shit ton of gems dropped on you tonight. And I am out. Peace.